This is our presentation on Edvard Grieg. He was a Romantic era composer from Norway. This is a picture of Edvard Grieg. This is probably taken later in his life because that's when he rose in popularity and fame, probably due to his piano music and his composing. Some interesting facts about Grieg was he was born on June 15th, 1843. He actually married his first cousin, Nina Hagerup, on June 11th. He grew up in a very successful merchant family. He had three sisters and one brother. During his childhood, he had a very strong interest in music early, and it showed. His favorite instrument was the piano. The reason why he was so popular was the music he was composing and making. It was easy for amateur musicians who were just starting out and learning. It was very easy for them to pick up the music and play it. As a kid in school, he really wasn't that disciplined. He was actually a pretty bad student. It was said that he was bullied and tormented by his peers quite a bit. Some interesting facts about his parents was his father was a British consul and his mother belonged to a very well-established Norwegian family. His mother was actually the one who taught him how to play the piano during his childhood. During 1863 to 1864, Grieg went to Copenhagen, and in Copenhagen is where he found his inspiration and love for music by the Norwegian nationalist composer Richard Nordack. Richard taught Grieg his inspiration and joy, and that's why Grieg composed, taught, and made music. Grieg's professional work included 1858, he entered the Leipzig Conservatory. In 1864, he became one of the founders of the Copenhagen Concert Society. During the 1870s, he collaborated with the Norwegian writer Bjørnson. In 1872, he was made a member of the Royal Music Society in Stockholm, Sweden. Not listed here, but I know for a fact was he taught music to other students, and he absolutely hated it. And that's why when he was able to make a steady foundation of money, he didn't teach anymore because he didn't want to. One of his most popular works was Morning Mood. This was originally made for a play, but it was later turned into a suite by Grieg. The goal of this piece was to try to depict the sunrise. During the piece, it features a lyrical theme that's very well flowing and passed between multiple different instruments as it's building to the climax where the clouds are going away. Morning Mood, it's in an ABA form. The melody is in an arc shape. The meter in this piece is 6/8, and the main instrumentation in this piece are flutes, oboes, and horns. So now I'm going to play 2 minutes or so of this piece. As you can see with that piece, it starts out pretty piano and it slowly crescendos as it keeps going on to the 2 minute mark, and it crescendos as it keeps going. Um, yeah, on to the next one. So another piece that he was very famous for, it was also part of the Peer Gynt suite. It's called Hall of the Mountain King. This song was in a double meter march form. It's a very short piece, and it's a single theme that's repeated over and over again, but with slight variations. The main instrumentation in this piece was pizzicato strings, woodwinds, and brass. It was originally written for a play, so it's incidental music. The play was written by Heinrich Isman, but Grieg, like I said, inserted it into a suite. We're going to listen to 2 minutes of this one as well. So as you can see with that piece, the first minute and 30 seconds or so, it's very soft and it's building very slowly. And then once the minute 30 mark hits, it goes pretty crazy. The tempo increases drastically. A lot more instruments come in, and it's pretty much pure chaos. So this piece, it wasn't originally a part of the textbook, but I thought it was interesting because he made it right after the birth of his daughter. Um, it's called the A minor piano concerto by Grieg. This was said to be one of his most enduring masterpieces at the time. Um, this is a 3 movement piece. The first movement was Allegro molto moderato, and during the second movement, it shifts from an A minor key to a D flat major. And the second movement's also the same form as the first, but the music speeds up until the piano changes the theme entirely. The third movement ends the piece with a sonata in rondo form, and the second theme in the third movement is based on the Norwegian folk dance, the Halling. We'll listen to a 1 minute of this real quick. As you can see with that piece, it starts out with the piano, and then once the piano starts to rest, the rest of the orchestra comes in, and that's when the piece really starts picking up in pace and tempo. Edvard Grieg, right before he died in his later life, that's when he really started to rise in fame and popularity because people started to learn his music and know what he was about. Um, like I said before, he rose in popularity to the point where he didn't have to teach anymore because he was able to support himself with the music he was composing and the money he was making. Summer right before he died, he wrote his final composition, the Four Psalms, and that next year is when he died of a heart attack right before he was supposed to go on a concert tour in England. So like I said, he's actually really still popular today. The first two pieces I shared with you guys, Morning Mood and Hall of the Mountain King, are actually played in a lot of cartoons today. Um, and his popularity is still here today because of the piano music he made and how easy it is for amateurs to pick it up. Thank you guys for listening.